Exclusive contract for Feilu Novel Network Novel. Honghuang. Me, the son of Zulong, joined the chat group EP1-10 and traveled to the wilderness and became the youngest son of the ancestral dragon, gaining a full level of intelligence talent. Increase karmic power by measuring the amount of karma. Unable to cultivate, unable to leave the sea. What should we do if the opening sky collapses? Can it only become a delicious dish on the table of demons, immortals, and Buddhas? Fortunately, EP1-10's luck exploded and he successfully joined the chat group. At this point, the future of the Dragon Clan will be rewritten. EP1-10 broke through boundaries with his rebellious understanding, combined with other world martial arts, and integrated his martial arts with the inheritance of the dragon ancestor. He then bypassed the karmic power of the quantity tribulation and practiced again. You use the world dragon cultivation technique, dragon element refining technique, from covering the sky, and combine it with the dragon's secret technique, dragon element strengthening technique, to obtain the cultivation technique, dragon clan demonstrating technique. You imitated the martial arts, Xiao Wu Xiang Gong, from the world of Tianlong, and combined it with the secret technique of the Dragon Clan health preservation technique, to obtain the divine power of unification of all laws. You can get the secret of the room by combining the world martial arts reliance on the sky, the 9 Yin manual, the 9 Yang manual, and the Tai Chin Taoists, harmony of Yin and Yang. Nuwa. Hutu. Queen Mother of the West. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Ancestral Dragon's Young Son, Empowered with Karma. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 1. Ancestral Dragon's Young Son, Empowered with Karma. Flood and wilderness, East China Sea. Under the vast sea, it was pitch black. Countless sea beasts hover and hover. Each one is a body of 10,000 zhang, and in terms of strength alone, Tai and even Daoyuo have many. Unfortunately affected by the karmic power of the beginning of the Dragon and Han dynasties. These sea beasts, which originally belonged to the Dragon Clan, no longer have the ability to transform and have completely lost their rationality, only possessing animalistic qualities. They are unable to preach throughout their lives, can only pursue the instincts of life, survive in the depths of the sea, and cannot rewrite their fate. I saw a huge, whale-like sea beast with its big mouth open. Endless suction emanated from its mouth, instantly devouring countless sea beasts. When I tried to find it again, it had already disappeared without a trace. Vaguely visible, a lobster the size of 10,000 zhang burst into endless thunder. In just an instant, it killed the disappearing whale sea beast that had just finished its meal. 2 huge pliers easily tore the whale sea beast apart, cut open the piece of meat, and then savored it carefully in its mouth. Hey! A sigh sounded. Following the sound, a man with dragon horns and golden pupils sat cross-legged in the depths of the sea, watching everything happening around him. The massive sea beasts who pursue their instincts and even their peers will try their best to eat them. It's strange, as if there's some kind of tacit understanding, never taking action against him. The karmic power of quantity plunder is so extensive. Nowadays, in the midst of the chaos, the first calamity of the Dragon Han dynasty has just passed. In order to punish the 3 tribes, they almost destroyed the wasteland. The heavenly Tao descended endless karma and sealed the Dragon, Phoenix, and Kirin clans. The strong ones who followed the sky, land, and ocean of the 3 clans were also influenced by their own karma. Becoming a monster like these sea beasts today, with only instincts and unable to transform into a form of enlightenment. Although I still retain my consciousness, what's the use of being trapped deep under the sea? EP1-10, the youngest son of the ancestral dragon. Due to inheriting the talent of the ancestral dragon, he was born with the cultivation of the great Luo. Due to his young age, during the initial robbery of the Dragon Han and the decisive battle among the 3 tribes, he was left at the bottom of the sea and did not leave, so he was fortunate enough to survive. Up to now, it has been 30,000 years. Even if Xian did not participate in the initial calamity of the Dragon Han, as the son of the ancestral dragon. The karma of Dragon Han's initial calamity also applies to it. Since the beginning of the Long Han Rebellion, he has been unable to leave from the bottom of the sea. Moreover, no matter how one cultivates, comprehends, or develops, their cultivation has been stagnant since the end of the Dragon Han Rebellion. I come from a top-class background, have impressive strength, have an incredible understanding, and my appearance also satisfies me. This time traveling is enough to defeat 90% of my peers, block my cultivation, prevent me from advancing further, and make the Dragon Clan decline. In the future, I can only withdraw from the desolate history and become a companion for other races. I also recognize it. The problem is, you should make me move, there's not even a person around who can speak. I can't practice yet. I'll stay for 30,000 years. You're planning to drive me crazy, right? Xian complained. Extend your hand and transform into dragon claws. A crab the size of 1,000 zhang was taken by him. A stroke of dragon claw. The crab's shell is opened, revealing the crab roe and meat inside. A red light flashed in Xian's eyes. The samadhi true fire burned under the sea, instantly roasting the crab. Xian took out the tender part of the meat and crab roe, and the remaining crab body was directly discarded by him. After complaining, Xian decided to have dinner for today. For 30,000 years, Xian can still maintain his current mental state. There is a certain correlation with the countless delicacies on the seabed. Dinner. Just as Xian was planning to start eating and drinking today. A voice entered his mind. That is an emotionless electronic sound similar to artificial intelligence. Ding. Zhutian Chat Group invites you to join the group chat. Do you want to join? Yes/no, a screen suddenly appeared in front of Xian. That is something similar to the virtual screens seen in science fiction movies in Xian's past life. See here. Xian decisively threw away the crab meat and roe in his hand, his face excited. 30,000 years. 30,000 years. Xian thought that when he traveled through the wilderness, his background would be his golden finger. I didn't expect it. My own golden finger has only arrived now. Nowadays, Xian's body is trapped by karma and cannot cultivate to pass the boring time. Not to mention whether this chat group is useful for oneself, at least it is a good pastime. It's not like now, where one can only daydream and change ways to eat seafood. Thinking of this, Xian did not hesitate. Just choose. Yes. Group announcement. Newcomer Zulong Yuzi has joined the chat group. The electronic sound is ringing again. Subsequently, the virtual image screen reappeared in front of Xian. A chat interface similar to a penguin appeared in front of Xian. There are already people chatting in the chat group. Newcomers join. The people in the original chat group, to some extent, welcomed Xian. Wudong Immortal. Welcome newcomers. Eternal Emperor. Welcome newcomers. Peach Blossom Island Female Hero. Welcome newcomers. Emperor's Demeanor. Are you new again? I don't know what your strength is, do you have the qualification to be my sandbag? Xuan Haishan. At Zulong Yuzi, brother, how long have you lived? Chapter 2. Tang San's Thoughts, Xian's Understanding. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 2 Tang San's Thoughts, Xian's Understanding. Dolua World. Tang San looked at Xian's name. He has been joining the chat group for some time now and knows some simple rules of the chat group. Generally speaking, the group nickname in a chat group can represent two types of information, one is status, for example, the Eternal Emperor, which is Qin Shi Huang Ying Zheng. Another type is identity, similar to Wudang Immortal, which is the founder of Wudang, Zhang Sanfeng. Aoxin, the group nickname of the ancestral dragon child, can easily guess his identity. That is the Son of Zulong. As soon as Tang San thought of this, he felt a burning sensation in his heart. Murmured, I don't know if exotic beasts from other worlds can become soul rings. If there is such a possibility. Thinking of this, Tang San's eyes showed excitement. Zulong, the oldest first dragon. Zulong's son, in terms of identity and survival time, is definitely not inferior in any way. If the imagined possibility is true, then it cannot be said that one can obtain a better soul ring. Millions of years soul rings. Divine-level soul rings. Even stronger, soul rings and bones that our world cannot know. The excitement in Tang San's eyes deepened even more. They are somewhat impatient. As for whether one can win against Aoxin. If you can beat it, then you can beat it. If you can't beat it, can you still deceive me? Chat groups are welcoming Aoxin, and Aoxin has also started researching chat groups. As a traveler, Aoxin is naturally very familiar with systems and chat groups. I quickly mastered the usage of chat groups. Take a closer look. There are a total of 6 people in the chat group, including myself. Wudang Immortal, this should be the founder of Wudang, Zhang Sanfeng. Throughout history, there is no need to think about it. The only one who deserves this title is Zhenggu. The words of the Peach Blossom Island heroine Huang Rong. From the group nickname perspective, she is probably the only one who best fits this group nickname. The posture of the emperor, still so arrogant, isn't it Wang Teng? Speaking of which, Aoxin laughed unkindly. This meme is really too interesting. After reading the first 4, Aoxin locked her gaze on the last person. The god of Doluo. And as soon as I came up, I asked how long I had lived, which was clearly ill-intentioned. Aoxin pondered for a moment. Frowned and said, is it difficult? Is it Tang San? Speaking of this name, Aoxin was momentarily stunned. Later, uncertain as he spoke, he murmured to himself, is it difficult? Do you want to kill me? Take the soul ring, take the soul bone. I am a primitive creature, not a soul beast in the Doluo world. How could I have a soul ring or soul bone? Is this kid crazy? After guessing, the more Aoxin thought about it, the more it became. I couldn't help but roll my eyes and say, and besides, we are friends in the same group. We just got to know each other and thought about killing me. Aoxin is speechless. If it weren't for being trapped at the bottom of the sea and unable to move, he would definitely go to the world of Doluo now and directly suppress him with great magic. The desired place, Aoshin, is the Great Luo Golden Immortal, and also the Great Luo Golden Immortal in the wilderness. It doesn't take any effort to eliminate Tang San. It can be said that it's just a matter of moving your fingers. After calming down for a moment, Aoxin looked at the chat group members again. There are many types of worlds in the world of martial arts, immortality, and fantasy. After watching the members of the chat group, Aoxin continued to look down. In addition to the most basic chat functions, chat groups also have a total of 4 functions. Stores, red envelopes, teleportation, and missions. There are a variety of things in the store, everything is there. As for purchasing currency, it is about points, the way to obtain points, check.in, activity, and selling things from one's own world in the store. The sales methods are divided into retail and recycling. The items to be sold will be evaluated by the chat group and a suggested retail price will be given. Retail is selling to friends in chat groups, where you can get the complete retail price, or even sell at a higher price. As for recycling, it is a chat group recycling service that offers a 10% or even 20% discount on the items sold. Retail can sell at a higher price, but it depends on whether the group members have enough points, and it may not sell. If you recycle, the points can be credited instantly, but the downside is that the price is too low. Both have their advantages and disadvantages. It's easy to say that red envelopes are a way to enhance the relationship in chat groups. The contents of red envelopes include various currencies and specialties from different worlds, as well as natural resources, treasures, and artifacts. Teleportation is the ability to teleport other people in a chat group to one's own world. The last task function is the place where tasks are published. Generally speaking, group members seek help from each other, and as for rewards, it depends on how the seeker gives them. After reading all the functions of the chat group, Xin returned to the chat group interface. Zulong Yuzi. At God of Dolua, in terms of age, it is probably several billion years, or even longer. God of Dolua. Wudong Immortal. Peach Blossom Island female hero. Eternal Emperor. Emperor's demeanor. Finally, someone has arrived who can sit on an equal footing with this seat, at Zulong Yuzi, so are you of dragon lineage. Chapter 3. Other Ideas, Martial Arts in the Mysterious World. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 3 Other Ideas, Martial Arts in the Mysterious World. Looking at what Wang Ting said, Xin began to reply. Zulong's young son. Yes. Zulong Yuzi. Based on time, I should be considered the second-generation dragon tribe in our world. Emperor's demeanor. Second generation. It's amazing, brother. Your bloodline power should be extremely strong, combined with your years of life. Your strength is not bad, is it? Zulong Yuzi. Not bad, but it's far from surprising. Xin is speaking the truth. Even the son of the ancestral dragon, even the cultivation level of the great Luo Golden Immortal. On the vast continent, he cannot be considered a top expert. Not to mention, Xin is still unable to cultivate and leave the ocean due to his increased karma. Xin said so, and others believed it to be true. Dolua God. So, brother, you just live a long time and your strength is not very good. Seeing Tang San speak again, Xin couldn't help but start scolding. Zulong Yuzi. At God of Dolua, Tang San, take care of your own family affairs. Don't think that with the help of Xiao Wu and the dedication of Deming and Ming, you can act recklessly. Dolua God. Do you know me? Tang San's statement was both a surprise and a probe, attempting to obtain intelligence from Xin's hands. Xin naturally won't fulfill Tang San's wish. Zulong Yuzi. The world of Dolua can only be considered a small and insignificant world on my side. If you dare to have any ulterior motives towards me, don't blame me for being impolite. Xin spoke up. This time, Tang San remained silent and dared not say anything more. In the chat group, Tang San basically only knows how to do things that are beneficial to himself. Sometimes, it may even cause other members of the chat group to harm their own interests to satisfy him. Such a personality is more polite than the arrogant Wang Teng. Nowadays, Tang San is feeling exhausted, and they are even more content with their opinions. Naturally, no one will speak for Tang San. Compared to Tang San, they want to know more who Xin is. Judging from Xin's confident appearance, it seems that he has a good understanding of Dolua. Since Xin understands Dolua, does he also have a good understanding of their world? Why do they have a good understanding of their world? For a while, the mystery surrounding Xin gradually increased, causing great curiosity among the chat group members towards Xin. Emperor's demeanor. At Zulong Yuzi, you are very good. I like your arrogant personality, ha ha ha. Emperor's demeanor. Wait, I'll find you a gift. After Wang Ting finished speaking, he went diving directly. Not long after, I uploaded a set of martial arts techniques and gave them to Xian. The posture of the Great Emperor. My cultivation method is capable of refining your dragon element of the dragon clan. Group message. Group member Emperor's statue has given you a red envelope. Do you want to accept it? Red envelope. Wang Teng sent me a red envelope. Xian was surprised. Curious, he opened Wang Teng's red envelope. At the moment of opening the red envelope, a deep purple vortex appeared in front of Xian. Not long. A withered hand reached out, holding a red envelope, and handed it to Xian. That hand, along with the purple vortex, instantly disappeared, as if it had never been in the future. Wang Teng said it very well. Being able to refine the technique of dragon element is a good technique even for Xian. Just. Xian is influenced by the karmic power of the flood and famine, and even the martial arts of the flood and famine world cannot be practiced, let alone the martial arts of the fantasy world. Let's take a look. Open the red envelope. A book shimmering with golden light appeared in front of Xian. Dragon Yuan Refining Technique. Long Yuan. The origin of the dragon race is also the source of its power. Like the Dragon Ball mentioned in movies and TV dramas, it is generally the storage item of the dragon element of the dragon clan. That's why. After the Dragon Ball is stolen, there is a possibility of losing mana and even endangering one's life. The word count of Dragon Yuan Refining Technique is not many. Not long after, Xian finished reading it. This Dragon Yuan Refining Technique is not useful for Wang Teng on the one hand, and on the other hand, it is not considered a profound and unpredictable technique when placed in a world full of secret techniques like covering the sky. Xian's understanding is also much easier. At this moment, Xian's brain is running rapidly. In his mind, he was filled with the Honghuang cultivation method, and at this moment, he suddenly came into contact with other world cultivation methods. The difference in cultivation techniques between the two worlds, combined with the differences in cultivation methods and luck, seems to have opened the door to a new world. In this way, in the collision of the two worlds of martial arts. When Xian accidentally rewrote the Dragon Yuan Refining Technique into the Honghuang technique, he unexpectedly entered an epiphany. At this moment, Xian's consciousness entered into an extremely mysterious realization. In this epiphany, the endless dragon element in Xian's body began to gradually gather towards the Dantian. The cultivation that had not improved for tens of thousands of years now also has some looseness. This is just the beginning. As Xian began to deduce new techniques, the progress increased. Xian unintentionally returned to her original form from a human appearance. The massive, 10,000 zhang long body of the dragon, on a dragon scale, appeared a not-so-dazzling light. Immediately after, the second dragon scale also bloomed with light. Subsequently, the third and fourth films. Chapter 4. Dragon Element Enhancement, Dragon Element Demonstrating Technique. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 4. Dragon Element Enhancement, Dragon Element Demonstrating Technique. These radiances are the Dragon Yuan. As time passed, Xian's dragon element gradually spread towards his whole body, gradually illuminating his entire dragon scales. The original intention of Dragon Element Refining Technique is to condense the dragon element, which is the cultivation method of the dragon clan in the world of covering the sky. As far as Xian knows, there are also similar martial arts in his own dragon lineage. The combination of the two surprisingly produced a peculiar reaction. Xian's dragon element is gradually condensing and strengthening. But it is not operating according to the techniques of the dragon element refining technique, but gradually spreading towards the entire body. As if the sky is full of stars. At this moment, an emotionless electronic sound echoed in Xian's ear. Due to your incredible intelligence, the deduction function will be automatically activated. Evolution begins. You have watched the dragon element refining technique and gained insights. Combined with the dragon clan's secret technique, dragon element enhancement technique, you begin to refine the dragon element and strengthen your physical body. As the deduction begins, Aoxin's dragon element is gradually spreading to all four limbs and bones. As time passed, Aoxin's dragon element was mobilized and dispersed to various parts of his body. After the dragon scales, there is skin and flesh, and after the skin and flesh, there are the 5 organs and 6 viscera. Not right. Evolving here, Aoxin sensed a slight mistake. Dragon element is the origin of the dragon race and the fundamental strength of the dragon race. Using dragon elements to disperse and consume to strengthen the body can certainly make the body stronger. But it also greatly consumed one's own dragon energy. Such strengthening can certainly make Aoxin stronger in a short period of time, but it will also lead to the disappearance of the dragon element and the loss of the future. Is there any way to use dragon elements to strengthen the body without losing them, or even increasing the total amount of dragon elements? Dragon elements can strengthen the physical body, and the body energy of the dragon clan can also generate dragon elements. Can these two characteristics be combined together? And then use the flesh to nourish the dragon element, and then let the dragon element strengthen the flesh body. Aoxin thought. Unconsciously, a slight change occurred within the body. Due to your new insights, the direction of deduction has changed. Based on the previous evolutionary direction, treat every part of the body as a condensation point for dragon elements, nourish dragon elements with the physical body, strengthen the physical body with dragon elements, and repeat this cycle continuously. Beside the ear, the sound rang out again. With a new round of insights and evolution taking place, Aoxin's body has undergone another change. Aoxin's scales, flesh, and internal organs are no longer just absorbing the power of the dragon element to strengthen themselves, but starting to gather the obtained dragon elements, forming small dragon beads in Aoxin's body. These small dragon beads absorb the mana generated by the surrounding flesh to strengthen themselves, while also emitting the power of dragon elements, gradually strengthening the flesh. So back and forth. Aoxin does not need to cultivate, and his body begins to self-strengthen. As the deduction continues, Aoxin gradually improved this technique. Feeling a sense in his heart, he spoke up and said, "Let's call it the Dragon Yuan Province technique." The deduction is completed. Aoxin slowly opened his eyes. Feeling the self-operation of one's own body in the dragon element dharma, feeling the constantly strengthening physical body in magic, Aoxin gradually became excited. Just a simple cultivation technique provided by Wang Teng can make Aoxin change his current situation and start practicing again. This is the change brought about by the fusion of different cultivation methods and practices in 2 worlds. What if we can obtain some other techniques? Aoxin's heart was instantly hot, and he opened the chat group again. Dolua God. How long has Aoxin disappeared? Peach Blossom Island female hero. Half a month has passed. Dolua God. TSK, I just joined the group and received Wang Teng's red envelope before diving. I'm afraid this kid is not a scammer, right? God of Dolua. What is the saying that the son of the ancestral dragon, the second generation of the dragon clan in heaven and earth, and those who have lived for billions of years, are all trying to deceive us into using our martial arts, heavenly materials, and earthly treasures? Do you think so? Aoxin has been absent from the chat group for a long time. Tang San, who was previously criticized, took this opportunity to speak up and slander. There is no one taking over in the chat group. But I also thought about it in my heart. Don't say it yet. It's really possible, and the possibility is very high. Aoxin Xiao Xiao didn't say anything about this, and directly uploaded that Dragon Yuan proof technique that she had just learned to the chat group mall. Group message. Retrieve the Dragon Yuan proof technique from the Ancestral Dragon Child and earn 1 million points. The group level is improving. Group message. Congratulations, your group level has been raised to level 2. Group message. Congratulations, your group level has been raised to level 3. Group message. Congratulations. Group message. Congratulations, your group level has been raised to level 10. Group message. Your group level is 10 and you can become the chat group leader. Do you want to be the chat group leader? Yes/no. Seeing the option, Aoxin didn't even think about it and just clicked yes. Subsequently, the chat group issued an announcement. Group announcement. Congratulations to group member, Zulong Yuzi, for achieving level 10 in the chat group and becoming the group leader. See group announcements. Tang San, who had just mocked Aoxin, was momentarily stunned. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation votes, the author has a minimum of 5 shifts per day, don't you know if everyone likes it? If you like to give some data, the author will go crazy. Chapter 5. Group Leader Permissions, Golden Wing Dapeng. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5. Group Leader Permissions, Golden Wing Dapeng. How could things be so coincidental? He just mocked Aoxin, and Aoxin became the group leader. Now, Tang San wished he could suck his mouth out. Clearly, he knew that Aoxin was not an ordinary person, and neither his background nor strength could be coveted by him. Why can't you control this mouth? And to become a chat group leader, you need to reach a chat group level of 10. The chat group level requires multiple points. First level membership is sufficient. Level 2 requires 100 points, which can be achieved by signing in for a few days. Level 3 requires 1000 points, and generally requires contributions to achieve it. Tang San is now at level 3 and has uploaded some decent soul beasts to achieve it. Level 4 10,000 points, Level 5 30,000 points, Level 6 50,000 points, Level 7 100,000 points, Level 8 300,000 points, Level 9 500,000 points, Level 10 requires 1 million points. According to the contribution value of soul beasts, Aoxin needs to provide at least 100 divine level soul beasts to reach 1 million points. Even if we search through the history of Dolua continent, we cannot find so many soul beasts. How did Aoxin become a level 10? How could he gain so many points in such a short time? Tang San was shocked. The other members of the chat group were equally shocked. Wudong Immortal. How could Aoxin Daoyu reach level 10 so quickly and become the group leader? Eternal Emperor. Amazing. Emperor's demeanor. I always thought that no one in the chat group could come up with 1 million points, but I didn't have the authority to exchange them for the group owner. Now, a newcomer has taken the lead. Peach Blossom Island female hero. It seems that Aoxin brothers should come from a high-level world like Wang Teng brothers. Wang Teng remained non-committal, regretting everything except now. Emperor's demeanor. If I had known earlier, I would have let the chat group recycle some family businesses and first taken down the chat group owner. Emperor's demeanor. At Zulong Yuzi, otherwise, what about the dual group leader? As a chat group leader, one also needs to contribute to the chat group. Emperor's demeanor. For example, occasionally chatting with group members for help, group members can choose not to respond, and the group leader must go to help. Emperor's demeanor. You and I can be the group leaders together, and when there is something, we can react faster without being flustered. Zulong Yuzi. Double talk, will we make an appointment to go fishing together in the future? Emperor's pose. Fishing. What fish do you catch? Teng clearly did not realize the origin of this meme. Aoxin smiled knowingly and clearly refused. Zulong Yuzi. No way. Emperor's posture. Emperor's demeanor. TSK, I regret it. Originally, the position of these leaders must have belonged to myself. Zulong Yuzi. Regret it. I'll go see what the group leaders' permissions are first. After replying, Aoxin stopped paying attention to what was said in the chat group and went to the introduction page of the group leaders' permissions. Looking at it in detail, the chat group leader wrote a page full of permissions. There are many permissions, generally divided into 3 types. The first type is permission for points. Aoxin can receive a monthly management fee of 10,000 points, a dispatch fee of 10,000 points, and a permanent 70% discount card. The management fee is easy to understand, which is Aoxin's salary. The dispatch fee is probably the amount that Aoxin can use. Please ask the members of the chat group to help complete the task, to avoid group members seeking help and being ignored. Permanent 70% discount card, which means Aoxin can permanently offer a 30% discount on purchases made in the chat group mall. The second type of permission is bonus type permission. Aoxin can enjoy an attack strength bonus, a defense strength bonus, and a power bonus for spells, magical, Taoist, and other skill-based attack methods. The third type of permission is the dominant permission. Aoxin can earn 10,000 points per month to participate in activities in chat groups and make them more active. These are just a small part of the group leader's permissions, and there are many more specific permissions. Moreover, Aoxin also discovered a problem. That's why the group leader's permissions are also graded. Currently, Aoxin only has first-level group leader privileges. After briefly reviewing the permissions, Aoxin nodded. I arrived at the chat group mall. Nowadays, Aoxin knows that as long as the martial arts of other worlds can be integrated with the Honghuang martial arts, he can help himself practice and comprehend the Tao. Now, Aoxin has millions of points. It's natural to go shopping in the chat group mall. The points mall contains all things in the world. Let's talk about the cultivation techniques that Aoxin is currently looking at. There are martial arts from the world of martial arts, supernatural powers from the world of supernatural powers, magical techniques from the world of fantasy, and blueprints from the world of science fiction. Aoxin's world is a wasteland. This is the pinnacle and strongest world in the world, and all I want is some fusion of martial arts to provide myself with new ideas. Ignoring the supernatural world, fantasy world, and science fiction world, he came to the world of martial arts. Among the many worlds. If we only talk about theory, the world of martial arts has the most and comprehensive ways to imagine martial arts. Nature, we need to take a closer look. Just quickly Aoxin paused and frowned, looking up at the sky. He sensed a familiar aura. Golden winged Dapeng. Why did he come again? Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation votes, the author has a minimum of 5 shifts per day, don't you know if everyone likes it? If you like to give some data, the author will go crazy. Chapter 6. Group Chat Function, Integral Catalysis. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 6 Group Chat Function, Integral Catalysis. Golden Winged Dapeng, with Phoenix Bloodline. Because it is not a pure-blooded phoenix, it can be considered a new species relationship, and it is a relationship born after the Dragon Han tribulation. Not suppressed by karmic pressure, able to move freely. However, although he was not designated as a member of the Phoenix clan by the Heavenly Way, he leaned towards the Phoenix clan on his own. Due to the suppression of karmic power during the early Dragon Han period, the newly born Dragon clan was unable to attain enlightenment as a Dalai Lama. The Golden Winged Dapeng relies on its cultivation to reach the realm of the Great Luo, and travels around the world year-round, feeding on the dragon tribe. As the old saying goes, the golden-winged giant Teng has a solar eclipse of 500 dragons. The reason for this is the grudges and grievances among the 3 tribes that opened the heavens. Feeling the golden-winged giant Teng approaching, Xian frowned and said, "You've been deceiving me too much." Xian and golden-winged Dapeng have long known each other. In terms of cultivation, even if Xian has been cultivating for 30,000 years and remains stagnant, he is much stronger than the golden-winged Dapeng. However, although Xian's strength is strong, he cannot leave the sea and is restricted. The speed of the golden-winged Dapeng is incredibly fast. Even if Xian provides full protection, he cannot stop the golden-winged Dapeng from wreaking havoc on the dragon clan. We cannot leave the sea, and we must also restrict the existence of fast-paced creatures like the golden-winged Teng. Think of it here. Xinshin felt something and directly opened the chat group mall. After searching around casually, my gaze finally fell on the 36 Laws of the Heavenly Gang. The 36 Laws of the Heavenly Gang is one of the 2 great martial arts of the Xianmen sect. After cultivation, you can obtain 30.6 divine skill changes, which are priced at 3 million points in the chat group mall. At this price, Xian cannot afford it, but there is still more than enough to buy one of the divine powers. Xian carefully observed and selected one of the 36 methods of the Heavenly Gang, the Hidden Abyss and Earth Shrinking. The Divine Abyss Shrink to the Ground is a type of divine skill that can reach a speed of tens of thousands of miles in an instant after cultivation. The fusion of 2 cultivation methods creates a strong cultivation method, and the Dragon Yuan demonstration technique is the most clear example. Nowadays, with the determination of speed-type techniques, one can instantly lock onto the golden-winged Dapeng, but the worse is the blockade-type technique. With this in mind, Xian began to search for similar martial arts or secret techniques in the inheritance of the Dragon Clan. Not long after, we had already found a secret technique similar to the Dragon Clan. Due to your incredible intelligence, the deduction function will be automatically activated. At the beginning of evolution, you fully comprehend the divine power of retract from the abyss and have a profound understanding in your heart. You have complete control over Qian Yuan Jian Di and, based on your own knowledge, control the meridians and acupoints of countless tribes in the wilderness. You will incorporate Dragon Clan Suppression Technique into the calculation and combine it with Hidden Abyss and Shrinking Ground and Dragon Clan Suppression Technique to start the combined deduction. The deduction begins, and the 2 techniques are merging. Generally speaking, deducing a technique is very slow. However, the addition of chat groups has given Xian new ideas. Previously, Xian once found a feature called Integral Catalysis in the chat group mall. Simply put, it is to use points to shorten one's own understanding of martial arts and refine magic treasures. The more points are given, the more time is shortened. Practice deduction, refining weapons, alchemy, and similar actions all require a lot of time. This function allows Xian to directly skip the process and achieve the desired result. Paired with one's own deductive ability, it can achieve the effect of 1 + 1 being greater than 2. Group message. Thank you for using Integral Catalysis. Group member Zulong Yuzi, how many points do you plan to invest in Catalysis? Xian asked, how many points do I need to spend in total to reach the stage where the deduction is completed directly? Group message. Calculation in progress, please wait. Group message. The calculation is completed, and 300,000 points need to be invested to complete the deduction. Xian. Invest. Group message. Integral catalytic activation, inference in progress. As integral catalysis begins, the slow progress of the deduction has now become incredibly rapid. You want to merge Qian Yuan Shrinking and Dragon Clan Suppression Technique and complete the fusion. Do you want a technique that can block others? The deduction begins. The speed of the golden winged Dapeng gives you a headache, and the purpose of the deduction is to imprison others. The deduction is over, and the deduction of the forbidden divine power, great imprisonment technique, is completed. With the disappearance of 300,000 points, Xin also got what he wanted. In the dark, Xin sensed a change in herself. The exquisite technique of using martial arts in the Great Imprisonment Technique was quickly controlled by Xin. Nowadays, not to mention the golden winged Dapeng in the realm of Dala, even if the Qiankun in the quasi-holy realm arrives, as long as it is not a deadly battle, Xin has a way to trap him for a while. The East China Sea, in the sky. The golden winged Peng flew in mid-air, leisurely and contented. He feeds on the dragon clan just to help the phoenix clan vent their anger. Originally, the golden winged Dapeng wandered around the world, and when he saw the dragon that was not pleasing to his eye, he ate it directly. A few days ago, it was discovered that there was a young ancestor dragon hidden deep in the East China Sea. Despite being sealed by the karmic power of measurement and unable to leave the sea, they deliberately came to the East China Sea to prey on the dragon race. Eyes gazed towards the sea. "How many should I eat today?" said the golden-winged Peng, licking his tongue, looking for flowers, looking for evaluation tickets. "The 6th round is completed today. Do you know if anyone else is watching? If there is any, please give the author some response." Chapter 7. The Great Imprisonment Technique showcases might, Kong Xian saves the field. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 7. The Great Imprisonment Technique showcases might, Kong Xian saves the field. The golden-winged Peng began searching for his prey on the sea today. The dragon clan is no longer comparable to yesterday. Due to the limitation of karmic power, the dragon clan even needs the help of secret techniques and other dragon clans to reach the Tai realm. The Great Luo realm is directly sealed by the heavenly Tao. Therefore, the golden-winged giant Peng can act recklessly. Gazing at the ocean. With the use of supernatural powers, one can directly cross the sea and see the underwater scenery. In the eyes of the golden-winged Dapeng, all the dragon tribes have nowhere to hide. These former protagonists of heaven and earth can only now reside in the ocean. I dare not easily offend any potential existence on either side. Soon. The golden-winged Dapeng found a target. Wings waving. The body quickly descended and reached the bottom of the sea in an instant. When he appeared on the sea again, he held a giant dragon in his mouth that was over 100 zhang long and had a cultivation of the golden immortal realm. The dragon howled in pain. The body bitten by the golden-winged Peng is now overflowing with crimson blood. He originally wanted to shout for help. After seeing the face of the golden-winged Peng, he obediently closed his mouth. The golden-winged Dapeng feeds on the dragon clan, and its cultivation has reached the level of Dala. Calling other members of the same clan out recklessly will only harm them. Looking at the golden-winged Peng. The dragon looked desperate and begged for mercy. "Senior, please spare your life." Faced with the dragon begging for mercy, the golden-winged Dapeng's face showed disdain. Just Jinxian. He doesn't even plan to talk to anyone. To make a move, one must use force, bite off the dragon's body, and eat it as nourishment. At this moment, in the depths of the ocean, a golden light suddenly appeared. Endless magic rushes straight towards the golden-winged Peng. See the situation. The golden-winged Peng frowned. After reflection, the answer is known. After dodging the attack sideways, the golden-winged giant Peng transformed into a human and grabbed the dragon's body, looking towards the ocean. "Friend Dao, why are you thinking of going out today?" Xian's figure gradually appeared under the sea and said, "Friend Dao, the grudges and causes of the 3 tribes of Kaitian have already been understood with the end of the measurement tribulation. Are you not afraid of adding karma to harm the dragon clan like this?" Golden-winged Dapeng sneered and ignored Xian's words, provoking, "I'm just hungry. I'm just looking for some food to eat." Eating, drinking, and urinating are the cycles of the heavenly way and are inherent in the nature of living beings. I have the strength, so naturally I can treat the dragon clan as food. If my fellow Taoist is not satisfied, I can also treat the poor Tao as food. At this point, Golden Winged Dapeng paused and said, I just don't know if Dao Yu has this ability. In terms of strength, Aoxian is stronger than the Golden Winged Dapeng. But Aoxian was unable to leave the sea due to the suppression of karmic pressure caused by the amount of karma. This is the limitation of Aoxian, and also the reason why Golden Winged Dapeng can be arrogant here. Even the Four Seas Dragon Clan, the Golden Winged Dapeng, only hunts in the East China Sea, just because they saw the limitations of Aoxian and came here specifically. Aoxian watched as the arrogant Golden Winged Peng stopped speaking. With both hands spread out, mysterious and unpredictable runes appeared on Aoxian's hands. Just containing without emitting can shake the world. Among them, Weili is even more infinite. Upon seeing this, the Golden Winged Peng did not take it seriously. Aoxian cannot leave the sea, and he is known for his speed. How do we lose this? At this moment, seeing Aoxian's actions, he sneered, Dao Yu, don't waste your efforts. Even if you don't have any constraints on yourself, it's still a headache for me. Not to mention that you are now restricted and unable to leave the sea. The Golden Winged Peng is proud. A deep purple vortex suddenly appeared around his body, instinctively wanting to escape. But I found that my body seemed to be fixed by something, completely unable to move. How could it be? The Golden Winged Peng was shocked. Previously, he had also encountered Aoxian several times and had never seen Aoxian use this method. As Aoxian watched the Golden Winged Peng being restrained, he nodded. 300,000 points is not a waste, and the power of the derived, Great Imprisonment technique is indeed impressive. Aoxian said, I have lived under the sea for a long time and have not eaten any birds or beasts for a long time. Since my Taoist friend warmly invited me, I would be disrespectful. Say it. Aoxian waved his hand. The purple vortex that trapped the Golden Winged Peng was stirred by it. Speak softly, Great Imprisonment technique. With Aoxian urging, the Great Imprisonment technique. The Golden Winged Peng in the sky is gradually being pulled closer. At this moment, Golden Winged Dapeng was completely panicked and quickly begged for mercy, Friend Dao, it was just a misunderstanding before. I was just joking. As long as you can spare me, I promise that from now on, I will never disturb you to practice hard. Aoxian. Begging for mercy now. It's too late. Say it. Aoxian waved his hand. The Great Imprisonment technique once again unleashes its power, quickly pulling the Golden Winged Dapeng towards the sea. Just as the Golden Winged Peng was about to enter the sea, a sigh sounded in the sky. Ah! Soon. A figure flickering with colorful radiance appeared. With a wave of his hand, he deciphered Aoxian's Great Imprisonment technique and left with the Golden Winged Dapeng. Watching the direction in which the figure left, especially the five-colored divine light that brushed everything, all represented his identity. Aoxian frowned and said, Kong Xian. Looking for flowers, looking for evaluation tickets. The 7th round is completed today. Do you know if anyone else is watching? If there is any, please give the author some response. Chapter 8. Report by Kong Xian, Emperor Jun ponders. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 8 Report by Kong Xian, Emperor Jun ponders. The Heavenly Court of the Demon Clan. Emperor Jun is playing with his 10 sons he just gave birth to. Below, Kong Xian sat upright with a golden-winged giant Peng. Nowadays, the Kaishanliang calamity has just passed. The replacement of the protagonists in heaven and earth, with a faint balance between the two powerful demon and witch tribes, forms a new pattern of chaos and desolation. Although the demon clan claims to be a clan, in reality it is a gathering of thousands of tribes in the vast wilderness. As long as they can cultivate and transform into creatures, they can be called demons. In order to protect the Phoenix clan, Kong Xian and Golden Wing Dapeng agreed to join the demon clan and serve the heavenly court. As for the Wu tribe, they escaped from the blood of Pangu and became self-sufficient. Thanks to Pangu's pioneering virtues, they were able to further develop into their own faction without the suppression of the three tribes. Under the leadership of Emperor Jun and Tai, the heavenly realm gradually gained control. Under the leadership of the 12 ancestral witches transformed by the essence and blood of Pangu, the human world gradually took control. Nowadays, the situation of witches and demons competing against each other has been preliminarily revealed in the vast and desolate world. After listening to Kong Xian's words about the East China Sea Golden Wing Dapeng and Ao Xian, Emperor Jun frowned. After pondering for a long time, he finally spoke up. Previously, I heard that Ao Xian, the young son of the Dragon clan, was left in the East China Sea due to his young age and the fact that there were no experts to guard the Dragon clan's rear. Unexpectedly, he was not killed by Tiandi Liangjia town and still survived. Kong Xian said, not only did he save his life, but his cultivation is also considered decent in the realm of the Dalai Lama. Emperor Jun nodded. After all, Ao Xian is the son of Zulong, so it is not surprising to have such cultivation. Nowadays, the situation in the desolate world is gradually becoming clear. The Wu tribe was transformed into creatures by the blood of Pangu, and naturally possessed extremely strong reproductive abilities. Because it has no divine soul, it can only cultivate the relationship between the physical body. The growth rate is also much faster than the cultivation speed of the demon race, which is often measured in tens of thousands of years. If we just confront the witch race like this, under prolonged battles, even the heavenly court, which controls countless tribes in the wilderness, is inevitably consumed by the witch clan, and the subsequent living forces cannot keep up with the growth rate of the witch clan. Taking this into consideration, if you want to completely suppress the witch clan, you cannot fight a protracted war. You must suppress the witch clan in terms of high-end combat power. Although the dragon clan is suppressed by the karmic power of the quantitative plunder, its hidden strength is also impressive. If we can win it over, it would be a good thing. Kong Xian shook his head and said, there is only one Aoshin in the dragon clan, which is quite good. The rest of the beings are suppressed by the chi of calamity, and will never be able to preach the Dharma. As for Ao Xian. At this point, Kong Xian paused for a moment. Glancing at the silent golden-winged Peng beside him, he continued, I have repeatedly provoked and received intelligence. Although Ao Xian has not been killed by Liangjia town, he has also been suppressed by Liangjia's karma and will never leave the ocean for life. Emperor Jun nodded to indicate his understanding. Looking towards the horizon, my gaze fell on the outer sky that day, where the Purple Sky Palace was located. At this moment, no one knows what Emperor Jun is thinking. For a long time, Emperor Jun spoke up and said, if you want to deal with the witch clan, you need to unite various forces as much as possible. Although the karmic power of quantitative calamity is terrifying, it is not without the possibility of helping it conceal. I heard Emperor Jun say so. The golden-winged Peng looked up with sharp eyes. He originally thought that his elder brother brought him to the heavenly court with the intention of seeking help from the heavenly court to go down to sea to deal with Ao Xian and seek revenge for himself. Now it seems. Why does it seem like the heavenly court is trying to save Ao Xian? If Ao Xian can leave the sea, is there still a way for him to survive? Thinking of this, Golden Wing Dapeng stood up and was about to speak when he was pushed back to his seat by Kong Xian. Inject a strand of mana. Kong Xian directly imprisoned the Golden Wing Dapeng, making it unable to move or make a sound. Hefeng clan now relies on the Chaos Bell of Tai to temporarily avoid measuring karma, in exchange for Kong Xian and Golden Wing Dapeng to work for the Demon Clan. This report on Aoxian's matter is official. They don't have the qualifications to seek help from Emperor Jun. Emperor Jun looked at Kong Xian and the Golden Wing Dapeng and understood their thoughts. The grudges and grievances of the three tribes that opened the heavens have been severed after the end of the measurement tribulation. Afterwards, I hope you can coexist peacefully. Emperor Jun's words clearly indicate that he has already set out to win over Aoxian. The grudges and grievances among the three tribes of Kaitian have been long standing. How could it be that nothing happened just because of the amount of loot passed? Helplessly, due to their current status, Kong Xian and Golden Wing Dapeng, although unhappy, could only nod in agreement. East China Sea. Watching Kong Xian and Golden Wing Dapeng leave, Aoxian frowned. Having the intention to pursue, being trapped by the karmic power of quantitative plunder, can only be temporarily abandoned. Nowadays, Aoxian has created the technique Dragon Yuan Province technique and gained insight into the divine power, Great Imprisonment technique, which has greatly enhanced his strength. The chat group gave him a new direction for development, and Aoxian naturally wanted to make the most of this as much as possible. Read this. Aoxian opens the chat group again. Upload the newly mastered, Great Imprisonment technique to the chat group and have the chat group recycle it. Group message. Recycling the divine power, Great Imprisonment technique of the Ancestral Dragon Child, the divine power assessment is currently underway. Group message. Appraisal completed, this divine power is third class in the Flood and Wilderness, and the points collected are 1000000. Group message. Congratulations on earning 1 million points, group level is improving. Group message. Congratulations, your group leader level has been raised to level 2. Looking for flowers, looking for evaluation tickets. The 8th round is completed today. Do you know if anyone else is watching? If there is any, please give the author some response. Chapter 9. Group Leader Level Upgrade, Heavenly Treasure Qiankun Map. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Chapter 9. Group Leader Level Upgrade, Heavenly Treasure Qiankun Map. After becoming the group leader, Aoxian's level is no longer the chat group friend level, but the group leader level. With an increase of 1 million points, Aoxian barely raised his group leader level to level 2. Aoxian didn't mind and was about to enter the chat group to see what the group members were doing recently. A sound rang out. Group message. Congratulations to the group leader, Zulong Yuzi, for upgrading to level 2 and receiving the group leader level gift pack. The group leader level gift package. Is there such a thing left? Aoxian was taken aback. Subsequently, the group leader level gift package was opened. A burst of golden light flashed by. A spiritual treasure containing Tai Chi and 8 trigrams appeared in Aoxian's hand. Group message. Randomly obtain the postnatal treasure, Qiankun map, based on the world of the group leader. The Qiankun map. A special spiritual treasure derived from the innate treasure Tai Chi diagram and the Tao of heaven and earth. Holding this treasure allows one to witness the changes of heaven and earth, as well as the chaotic situation. Cut off yin and yang. Control the changes of heaven and earth. Calculate fate. In addition to this function, it can also be used as a defensive spirit treasure during battles. After offering the Qiankun map, the holder can hide inside and use the power of Tai Chi and Bagua to confuse the enemy. Looking at the various functions of the Qiankun map in front of him, Aoxian couldn't help but be delighted. I didn't expect it. He was able to obtain such a precious treasure. Moreover, by elevating the level of the group leader to level 2, one can obtain the acquired treasure. If one were to elevate the level of the group leader to a higher level in the future, can one obtain innate spiritual treasures, innate treasures, and even chaos spirit treasure? If it were during the Long Han period, Xian would definitely not have seen such a spiritual treasure. Don't forget, the dragon clan has already declined. Even if it was once powerful, it was just the glory of the past. Not worth mentioning. Thinking of this, Xian was excited. He is in a world of chaos, the pinnacle of countless worlds. Initially, Xian received an invitation from a chat group, which was just a way to pass the time. I didn't expect it. Nowadays, this chat group can not only help oneself avoid the karmic burden and recultivate. Even if you can give yourself spiritual treasures, they are still so precious. This is completely an unexpected joy. The spiritual treasures of the wilderness have their own spirituality and prohibitions. The prohibitions within the Lingbao are their test, and only by refining them can we gain their recognition and use them. Generally speaking, the Lingbao of the day after tomorrow is forbidden and divided into 1 to 20.7 layers, corresponding to the 39 variables. 27 is the ultimate level of the day after tomorrow. The restriction in the innate spiritual treasure is divided into 1 layer to 30.6 layers, corresponding to 4 or 9 variables. 30.6 is the ultimate innate state. On top of this, Chaos Lingbao has 45 layers of prohibition, corresponding to 59 variables, which is the ultimate chaos. The Qiankun map in Xian's hand is the ultimate treasure of the future. Among them, the prohibition has 27 layers. Each of these prohibitions is interconnected with the path of calculation. If we can completely refine the Qiankun map, Xian's understanding of the art of calculation will also deepen. This is also the benefit of refining spiritual treasures. Not only can it obtain an attack and defense tool, but it also has the ability of a great way understanding tool. At this point, the chat group members also found that the level of Aoxin's group leader has been raised again. Although they have not become the group leader, they also know how difficult it is to improve the level of the group leader. Squeezing their tongues. Wudong Immortal. The group leaders are amazing. Eternal Emperor. Before, I thought the group leader was the one who spent a lot of money to obtain the position of group leader. Now it seems that the methods and abilities of the group leader are much stronger than ours. Emperor's demeanor. At Zulong Yuzi, Xian, have you moved out all the family collections? Dolua God. Amazing, truly worthy of being our group leader. Peach Blossom Island female hero. At God of Dolua, Tang San, weren't you still the leader of the Yin Yang Weiqi group before? Why did you change your mind so quickly? God of Dolua. Cough cough, I was not sensible before and didn't say that because I didn't see the strength of the group leader. Now that I see the strength of the group leader, I naturally need to respect them. Tang San's snobbishness naturally aroused a wave of disdain in the chat group. At this moment, Teng arrived at the chat group's group mall. The things that chat groups recycle from group members are naturally meant to be sold out. After searching for a while, Teng discovered the newly emerged Dragon Yuan Proof Technique and Great Imprisonment Technique. The Long Yuan Zhengdao Ju is a Dragon Clan technique that Teng cannot use. My gaze locked onto the Great Imprisonment Technique. The chat group recycled Xian's Great Imprisonment Technique as a buyout, with a higher price and unlimited sales. The price has been reduced to purchasing once, costing 200,000 points. Teng sold some of his martial arts and secret techniques, so he bought the Great Imprisonment Technique. Curiously watching it once, I was instantly amazed. Teng. According to the description in the Great Imprisonment Technique, as long as I complete its cultivation, I can achieve invincibility at the same level. Teng is also quite knowledgeable, so naturally he won't just look at the surface. All martial arts and supernatural powers are easy to learn, but mastering them is difficult. Teng quickly learned the Great Imprisonment Technique. With a sweeping gaze, he quickly turned his mind to his own father Qiankun. With just one finger, the endless power of confinement fell on Wang Qiankun, directly imprisoning him. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation votes, the author has a minimum of 5 shifts per day, don't you know if everyone likes it? If you like to give some data, the author will go crazy. Chapter 10. Teng admires, Immortal King's Law Chaos Ancient Scriptures. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 10. Teng admires, Immortal King's Law Chaos Ancient Scriptures. Wang Qiankun is the head of the Wang family. Even with Wang Teng's light, his strength is top-notch. In theory, even if Wang Qiankun completely sets no defense against Wang Teng, the current age and strength of Wang Teng cannot compare to Wang Qiankun. Under the Great Imprisonment technique, Wang Teng surprisingly achieved cross-level targeting, imprisoning Wang Qiankun for a moment. See here. Wang Teng widened his eyes, filled with surprises. Wang Qiankun frowned and looked at Wang Teng, "My son, why is this?" Wang Teng shook his head and said, "It's nothing." Seeing Wang Teng like this, it was also helpless, so he was busy with his own affairs. Wang Teng excitedly returned to the chat group. The posture of the emperor. The martial arts and supernatural powers practiced by the group leaders are truly amazing. This is the first time Wang Teng has referred to Aoxin as the group leader. The other people in the chat group also noticed Wang Teng's changes. They all know the techniques uploaded by Aoxin. With a heart to study, it's just that 200,000 points are still too expensive for them. Hearing what Wang Teng said at this moment, they became curious. Wudong Immortal. At Emperor's posture, group leader's martial arts, what's special about it? Emperor's demeanor. Although it may seem like a confinement technique that anyone can practice, in reality, it can instantly control people who are 2 levels higher than oneself. Emperor's posture. Moreover, I have only learned superficial skills. This sentence is shocking. Ordinary experts can determine victory or defeat by losing focus in an instant. Nowadays, Aoxin uploaded a magical skill that can instantly immobilize people from 2 higher realms. More importantly, Wang Teng only learned superficial skills. Eternal Emperor. Amazing. Peach Blossom Island female hero. Unfortunately, I can't raise so many points. Otherwise, I would definitely buy a book to study hard. Emperor's demeanor. At Zulong Yuzi, group leader, what kind of person are you? How could you have such supernatural powers? Moreover, you are willing to share them. In Wang Teng's opinion, what can be shared are all irrelevant things. After all, no one will casually take out something that truly eats. This further shocked Wang Teng. This Great Imprisonment technique is so powerful, but it cannot be considered Aoxin's true ability. How strong is Aoxin's true strength? Read this. Wang Teng sighed, there are people outside of us, and heaven outside of us. This world is really wonderful. This chat group doesn't seem as simple as it appears today. Wang Teng's arrogance are due to the environment he is in. He was spoiled by his family, and his own strength also suppressed a generation, so he naturally became proud of it. However, this does not mean that Wang Teng is foolish. How can a person who can be spoiled by heaven and earth really be a fool? At this moment, seeing the strength of Aoxin's character, Wang Teng had already developed a desire to make friends and flatter. Previously, I gifted him a cultivation technique, and the group leader accepted it. Does this mean that the group leader has reached the limit of cultivation and wants to seek new techniques, expand new ideas, and break through the current bottleneck? Wang Teng's idea is very simple. According to his world, Aoxin can only accept the kind of martial arts he gives, as long as he thinks possible. Thinking of this, Wang Teng's mind also came to life. He is a person with endless opportunities. At this point, he already had the ancient chariot, the heavenly emperor holy sword, and the immortal phoenix blood on his body. In Wang Ting's view, none of these could have caught Aoxin's eye. Moreover, Aoxin is now seeking new ways of cultivation. Put it together, it's another world anyway. I'll just give the Huan Gu Jing to Aoxin. Wang Teng can now make a move. Or, to put it another way, things like Aoxin that exist in the human eye are the inheritance of the chaotic ancient emperor. Group message. Group member Emperor's statue has given you a red envelope. Do you want to accept it? Red envelope. Wang Teng sent me a red envelope again. Aoxin is puzzled. Emperor's posture. At Zulong Yuzi, group leader, I have sent you another cultivation method. If there are any new cultivation methods or things that are suitable for me in the future, please send me a private copy separately, group leader. So it's like this. Seeing what Wang Ting said, Aoxin also understood Wang Ting's thoughts. Reply. Zulong's young son. Okay. Promise it. Aoxin then opened the red envelope given by Wang Teng. He didn't have much expectation for Wang Teng's red envelope. After all, what good thing can Wang Teng bring out? A golden light flashed by. A book shimmering with golden light appeared in front of Aoxin. Luan Gu Jing. The appearance of the Luan Gu Jing shocked Aoxin. This is Wang Teng's expertise. Did you just give it to yourself like this? After being surprised, Aoxin's mood gradually calmed down. This Luan Gu Jing is considered one of the top 10 martial arts techniques in the world of Zhetian. Wang Ting only gained a portion, but he was able to achieve the Immortal King technique. Converted to Honghuang, there can also be around Tai realm, with impressive power. Previously, Aoxin only used relatively ordinary techniques to create the Dragon Yuan Province technique. Being able to integrate new techniques with the help of the chaotic classic and the techniques one has mastered. Read this. Aoxin also became interested and opened the first page of the Luan Gu Jing. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, if everyone likes to watch, give some encouragement and support. The author will directly watch the game today, just like yesterday.